Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Ron? What's up, Rainbow? What's up, CDP? Oh, my spirit is troubled, you all. My spirit is troubled. It's troubled. It's troubled. And I think that a lot of people don't know what's getting ready to happen in these couple of months, and my spirit is troubled, Rainbow. Hey, Tampa Red. Yeah. Good morning, Darcina Denise. Yes, I said my spirit is troubled. Last night and this morning, I was reading and going through this big, beautiful bill, and y'all, oof, you know, we all are in trouble. Room shaker, we all are in trouble. Um, Let me start off with SNAP benefits. In this big, beautiful bill, the key takeaways are if you are 16 through 65 and able-bodied to work, there will be work requirements on your SNAP. 65 folks, not 55, 65. 65. Unless you have a disability that will stop you from working. I mean, it has to be like almost physical. You have to work. Also, if you have a family of more than four, those benefits stay the same. Those benefits stay the same. Also, the benefits will not go up because food prices have gone up. So that's in that bill. Only U.S. citizens can get SNAP and certain permanent residents. So that's something that's going on with SNAP as well. Um, I'm just going through it all, you all. So if 8 people in your household, you're only going to get money for 4 on that SNAP. It's the work requirements as well. You have to work. Internet is not included anymore with SNAP benefits. So now they want people to go look for a job, but they're not giving utilities or anything with SNAP anymore. That's a done deal. I want y'all to hear this. I want you all to hear this. Also, for Medicare, and also for SNAP, if your state does not do a good bookkeeping job of it, they will cut money for benefits. I want y'all to catch that. So what's going on is they're going to phase this out. Also, for Medicaid and Medicare, if your child is on CHIP and you are on Medicare, somebody got to give up something. It's a work requirement for Medicaid and Medicare now. You got to go to work or volunteer unless you are indigenous person, connected to a tribe, or severely disabled. Y'all, they're cutting. I mean, they're cutting. They're cutting. Also, for taxes, they're trying to give like taxes if you buy a car. You won't have to pay. Well, you'll get taxes on the interest of the car, I believe, but it can't be a luxury car. So what they're saying is, at the end of the day, Don't get a luxury car. You better just get a regular car because if you get a luxury car, you're not going to be able for it. This is what I'm seeing overall with this bill. We're going to give you stuff, but there's going to be caps and caveats. A lot of caps and caveats to what you can get, and even then, it's like that. The tips on overtime. I mean, the wages not being taxed on overtime and all of that stuff. Well, yeah, but he's putting a cap on it. He's putting a cap on it. He's putting a cap on it. So you think that you're gonna work like crazy because you're an hourly worker and you're gonna work like crazy, but no, there's a cap on it. So you're still screwed. I mean, let me tell y'all something. What Trump has done to his business people, he's doing to the American people. He's making this stuff glitter, but it ain't gold, food. It ain't gold. It ain't gold. And really, this is benefiting wealthy people. The stuff that he's giving to the lower and the middle class, the things he's giving to the lower and the middle class, they go. They disappear. I'm sorry if it was muffled. So all they want is worker bees. All they want is worker bees. That's all. All they want is worker bees. I'm still going through it. I have not gone through the student loans and the taxes yet because that's a situation there as well. But baby, all they want is worker bees. You hear me? Um, the wealthy people have no restrictions. They're going to get money out the wazoo. But the middle class people and the poor people, baby, all y'all going to get, truth be told and quiet be kept, is limited things. They're not. These are only temporary. They're not set in stone. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Okay, y'all. I'm getting my morning coffee and my breakfast. Good morning. Yes. Thank you. You too. All righty, you all. Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, y'all think I'm playing, but I'm really afraid for some of our people in the beef sector because baby, they depend on SNAP. They depend on these Section 8 vouchers. And some people rightfully deserve it. I mean, but it's hard, baby. And I mean, I see a big shift from these large cities, and I think there's going to be a shift to these rural areas where it's cheaper to live because nobody can live in New York, um, without help. Nobody can live in LA without help. So they're going to go now where they can afford. It's sad. It's sad. So I'm still going through it. But all of this is cut. Restrictions, work. Everything has a work restriction on it. Everything has a work requirement rather on it. Not restriction, but work requirement. Everything has a work requirement. 16 to 65, 16 to 65, not 55, 65. Baby, Brooklyn Wolf, I ain't say no names. I ain't say no names. I ain't say no names. Baby, I ain't say no names. Baby, you better start looking for a job now. Girl, don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Baby, start looking for a job now, boo. Honey, you better find one of them dishwashing jobs in New York. I'm telling you, you better find a job. Princess Smith, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just giving it up. I'm just telling what the bill said, girl. Don't blame me now. Boo, I'm just telling you what the bill said, boo. Honey, you're trying. Learn HVAC. That's a 5 to 6 week course. That HVAC course is 5 to 6 weeks, baby. You can learn how to fix the air conditioner or something. And what Trump is doing is targeting blue states, not realizing that red states are going to be adversely affected as well. But he's really targeting blue states. Okay, perfect girl, that's what I'm saying. Microsoft laying off, Google laying off, FedEx is laying off. All of these big companies are laying off. I mean, yeah. And even though that jobs report is saying what it's saying, but we know there's a lot of layoffs because of this uncertainty. I said 65, baby. 16 to 65. Trump is saying y'all old hoes can work. Okay? He said if I could be the president almost at 80 something, y'all can work. Y'all better vote this midterm election and stop playing. Y'all better vote this midterm election and stop playing. See, again, I don't give a darn about some of these content creators because at the end of the day, that's what it is. But baby, this stuff, I mean, this is what I want y'all to take. So far, this is what I'm getting. The poor and the middle class, their benefits are only temporary. The wealthy benefits are permanent. And first of all, that ain't fair because if it wasn't for the people who work, you wouldn't have those wealthy folks. Honey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Also, too, you better make sure your job ain't AI. You better make sure your job is AI resistant. If you a coder, baby, you can hang that up now because AI is coding itself, baby. All right? The computers are coding themselves. If you are a paralegal, You need to go and retrain yourself because, baby, AI can find more cases than you ever will be able to find. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, AI ain't playing. If you are a writer, if you are a writer, screenwriter, baby, AI can do your job. That's what. Let me tell you something. I believe Tyler Perry's using ChatGPT. I ain't lying. I think Tyler Perry. This is not etched in stone. This is a legend. But baby, I believe he uses ChatGPT. That's what I think. I think he using ChatGPT, writing them movies and stuff, and then he'll tweak them a little bit. Girl, look. Now let me tell y'all something. Y'all think it's fun, but AI is doing a whole lot. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. Now I'm not pointing out any how they say Pacific, not specific, but I'm not pointing out any Pacific person. You know who you are, but baby, y'all need to get it together. Because I'm telling you what. Let me say this: we all need to be concerned. We all need to be concerned because I don't even know if these people want a middle class. Let me be more specific. Not specific, but let me be more specific about it. Okay, that ocean way out there about it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Castro, you better collect this little birthday money. But when your birthday is over, you need to get a computer and start putting in applications, boo. Because honey, them little SNAP benefits is getting ready to get snipped. Okay? Because Trump said y'all going to work. Rico, I ain't trying to be shady, but baby, I'm just reading what the bill said. Okay, this is what the bill said. This is what the bill said. Okay, this ain't just what this is what the bill said. The bill said anybody 16 to 65 able bodied, even if your disability has even if you have a disability, if you able to work, unless it's a debilitating disability, and maybe how you be walking that dog and smoking them cigarettes and going to the club and drinking them beers and stuff, baby, hey, start putting in them applications, boo. That's all I'm gonna say. Tommy already started working, so he got the right thing. He gonna keep them little benefits. I'm saying I'm gonna keep my little benefits. Okay, specifically. I'm telling you what. Y'all think I'm playing with these girls. Honey, these girls need to get it together, honey, because Trump is not playing with y'all girls. He's saying that y'all better go to work or y'all ain't getting them benefits. He said y'all better go to work and the benefits is going to be taken away. Y'all, they just taking a lot of stuff away. That's all I'm saying. I haven't gotten through all of the bill yet. Um, but baby, it's real treacherous. It's real treacherous. He may be mentally ill, but he could wash them dishes. But they're gonna get him some solo, and he's gonna go to work, and he's gonna balance that chemical. Baby, now this game is muffin and everything. Mm-hmm. He's gonna give him something to balance himself. Ooh, Lord, that's what your grandmama used to say, Darcina Denise. Mm-hmm. But like I said, y'all, I'm reading the bill. I'm just reading what the bill says. Honey, Medicaid, they cut Medicaid and Medicare, and the only way that you can get Medicare and Medicaid, um, so they made some exceptions. So if there's a natural disaster, you can get Medicaid and Medicare only in that. But they have restricted Medicaid and Medicare a great deal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. Oh, they done took the obesity thing out. So, they used to have people to help people with a balanced meal, what to buy. They stopping that. So they want everybody to be getting tater chips and lily dillies and candy and cookies and be fat. So see what I'm saying? These people are really not trying to help nobody, baby. They're trying to help themselves. They're trying to keep these businesses in business, baby. What's wrong? What you see, girl? What you see, girl? What she see? Honey, mama see something over there. Ooh, girl, keep on walking. What you see, mama? Something's in the bushes. Mama said something in the bushes. Yeah, y'all, it's getting real deep here. So I'm gonna go through the rest of these bills and what's gonna happen. I only got to SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare. A lot of restrictions with the state. If the state doesn't stay in compliance, that's it. Also, too, Trump is also restricting where you can use Medicaid and Medicare. So if the hospital or if the provider provides abortions or anything Trump deems inappropriate, you will not be able to go to that doctor. So the Trump regime is restricting what doctors you can go to. So they're pretty much telling you this is where you need to go. Now, of course, that's not fair because people should be able to go where they want to go. As long as that provider is, recognized, that person should be able to go where they want. But that's what he's doing. So again, this is a swipe at those abortion providers and stuff. So yeah. Hey, pretty purple, happy birthday to your mom. So y'all mean so that's also in that Medicaid, Medicare um, bill. So you can't go anywhere you want to go. And this is going to affect people in low income areas where they don't have that many doctors. And also it's going to affect rural hospitals in those places as well. Because again, it may just be one or two providers. So yeah, it's let me tell you something, baby. It's diabolical. It's diabolical. It is diabolical. when it comes to Medicaid, Medicare. And like I said, immigrants don't pay into it anyhow. So I don't, let me say this. Let me say this about these um, illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants already paid into Medicare and Medicaid. They already pay into it. They can't use it. Okay. Oh, also too, for the Medicaid, Medicare, and the SNAP benefits, one person can be in your house if they're illegal. It wipes out the whole family's benefits. So again, it's crazy. Um, mhm. So I haven't gotten to. I was looking at the taxes. They were going through the taxes as well, and when I look at the taxes, everything benefits the wealthy people. All of their stuff is permanent. All the stuff that he promised, like no tax on tips and stuff, again, there is a cap to it. There is a cap. So you can only work so much to get it. If you go over, then it eliminates that money. So again, he's all of this stuff is with caveats. And I think, I mean, let me say this, you all. I know people are saying, well, Jay Wilson, why are you talking about this now? You was just reading people. Why are you talking about this? Because this is important. Because a lot of people who look at these YouTube videos are on SNAP, Medicaid, and Medicare. A lot of you all, now everybody, for the most part, pays taxes. And I'm going to get deeper into the taxes, but see, we up here playing games. And we up here acting like stuff ain't happening. And stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. And we need to be alert. And this is, I mean, this is real. This ain't, well, he may do this. No. They signed this bill. It's going to start. And it's not a good bill. You know why I know it's not a good bill? Because Murkowski, with her cowardly behind, signed this bill thinking that the House was going to do something. And let me tell you, Murkowski, I'm glad that you got Alaska, that little piece of scrap. But I don't know why you believe that Donald Trump and these people going to do what they say they're going to do, because they have already went back on a lot of promises. But Lisa Murkowski, instead of being a hero, became a zero, signed that bill knowing that she's going to get Alaska taken care of, but giving the whole other states, all the other states, crap. And she's trying to kick the bucket down the road. When that reporter asked her that question and she gave him a death stare for 10 seconds and then answered the question, girl, stop. You all are really, really taking over people's lives. And you are not doing the will of the people. The people did not elect you to put them into abject poverty. People in Alaska get money from the oil reserves. Now, Alaska is extremely expensive, but y'all get a lot of perks already, boo. And I'm sure those indigenous people ain't happy with what y'all doing. See, this is what get me. This is why I have problems with Hawaii and Alaska, because the indigenous people are getting screwed because a few white people decided to move there, and they thought it was a good idea to stay there. And boom, here we go. So It's just sad. It's sad. It's sad. Lisa Murkowski sold the United States out to get a little pieces of silver for Alaska. And I'm just being real about that. Oh, we haven't even gotten to the green energy yet. It's a lot of things, baby. It's a lot of things. A lot of things. We haven't gotten to the green energy. It's a lot of things. So I'm going to be talking about that. But the takeaway is if you're getting food stamps, if you're 16 through 65, there is a work requirement. Unless you are an indigenous person that you can prove it and that you are so disabled that you can't work, you're going to have to work. Okay? Now, you can pop out all them cheering you want to. Baby, they say we only paying for 4. If you have 8, you only get money for 4. They said if food prices go up, well, too bad, because those prices, what you're going to get is what you're going to get, period. And y'all know food prices going up because nobody ain't out there picking the fruit, baby. Nobody ain't out there picking the vegetables. Everything, let me tell you something. One thing I noticed in this bill, everything that pertains to people of middle wealth and low wealth has caps on. It's temporary. It's not permanent. But what I've noticed about the high wealth people, that everything is permanent. And all this is an advanced trickle-down theory that Ronald Reagan tried to push. They believe that if we give these wealthy people more money, it will trickle down to everybody else. Child, when that money trickle down, girl, it's like a river. It starts pure at the base, but honey, once it goes through all of these cities and stuff, baby, the water is dirty. Okay, so this trickle down don't work because by the time it trickle down, while people getting millions of dollars, folk getting dollars, pennies. So all it is a souped up version of trickle down theory, trickle down economy. And see, white people, can I say something? Y'all always think that this is affecting black people. Now, I lived in the great state of Kansas, and baby, it's some poor white people out in Kansas, or it's some definitely poor white people out in West Virginia, and it's affecting them people adversely because it ain't no color on these SNAP benefits, boo. Ain't no color on these SNAP benefits. It didn't say white people gonna get this. It said all people. Also, you senior citizens on a fixed income talking about y'all retiring, honey, y'all better get an application and get to Walmart so you can be greeting people and making sure that if something is outside the car that you can be looking at their receipt. I'm just saying. Because honey, it's hitting retired people on fixed income very hard. A lot of those people have to go back to work now. I mean, y'all, this is real. A lot of senior citizens who live on fixed income, they have to go back to work now. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, baby. Okay. All right. All right. Lemon luxury line of glitter polish and trinkets. let me say this, you all. We can sit up here and play on this line, and it's okay to do that. Don't get me wrong. But we would do people injustice coming on here and not letting people know that this is some real stuff. This is some real stuff. This is the thing. Also, and this is why I think Donald Trump is really hurting our economy. You're trying to restrict everything for immigrants. First of all, immigrants are not getting Medicaid and Medicare already. That's number one. Okay, that's number one. But people are not going to come here to work. America does not run on expensive labor. America runs on cheap labor. Where are you going to get this cheap labor? Are you going to go to the prisons now? And this is why you building these prisons so these prisoners can do the work? I wouldn't put it past y'all. I wouldn't put it past y'all to start chain gangs and all of this stuff again. Hell is broke, busted, disgusted. People right here in San Antonio, like me, toe up from the floor up. Yeah, it's getting ready to be real crazy. And people are just not looking at it. They just like, da 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 da. Uppity. Girl, I don't know how this is going to affect you, Uppity. I don't know how this is going to affect you, Uppity. But girl, Uppity, you might have to go to work. Now, I think your daughter may save you. But girl, you might have to go to work. Somebody said 35-year-old men on food stamps. Child, that's what I don't get. But can I say something? Ooh, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I don't want nobody to get mad at me. I'm gonna say this. Can I say it? Are y'all gonna get mad at me if I say it? I want to say it, but if y'all gonna get mad at me, I ain't gonna say it. No, okay, y'all don't want me to say it then. Okay, y'all don't want me to say it, and I ain't gonna say it then. Y'all don't want me to say it. Okay, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because y'all don't want me to say it. Oh, say it. Say it. Okay. Is my mic chopping, y'all? Because everybody want to say the mic is chopping. Some of y'all said I hear you fine. Some of y'all said the mic. Honey, I don't know what it is. Is it the mic, girl? Is my mic not micing? Is my mic not micing? Because some of the girls are saying it's chopping. Some of the girls says it's choppy. I don't know. Is it choppy? Do I need to go in and come back out? I don't know. Tell me. Oh, we fine. So that's them that got that cricket phone. Oh, is that them that got that Metro PCS phone, that track phone that they got from Walmart? Okay, I get you. I got it. All right. Okay. Okay. Baby, it's okay. It's them track phones. Okay. So let me say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Back in the day, when you lived in the projects, it was only temporary because nobody wanted to live in the projects permanently. The projects was only a step up to get a house. Okay? The projects was for hardworking people who needed a break so they can get into a nice home. Because the projects were temporary, not something permanent. Food stamps was just to help me until I could get a better job or finish school. Food stamps was not a badge of honor. It was not a badge of honor. Nobody wanted to be on reduced or free lunch because it was embarrassment. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, that's what it was. It was assistance to help you get to the next level. It wasn't something that you wanted to stay on. Because A, especially in them projects. Oh, I'm gonna tell it now. Y'all don't like this type of preaching, especially in the projects or Section 8, because women didn't like social workers coming into their house to see how many people live in their house, trying to be nosy to see if it was a man in the house, which is sad. But they didn't want that. Baby, in the projects in Florida, if you had a hole in the wall trying to put up pictures and things, it was 10 cents a hole. Baby, them people were so restrictive in the projects, and they pretty much ran your life and told you who you can and cannot sleep with. Y'all don't want to believe it. So nobody wanted that restriction on their life. And people was busy trying to get out of the project. Nobody was trying to stay in no damn project. First of all, in Florida, they ain't had no air conditioning in them damn projects. All right? Living in that big old concrete block of house. Now, I'm going to say this. Baby, if it was a hurricane, coming, honey, you went to the projects, honey. Because them projects was built like bomb shelters. Okay, them bitches was concrete with them steel doors, okay? And it always smelled like fish was cooking. But bitch, you went to the project in a hurricane. Tornado coming, go to the project. They ain't not gonna be breaking them concrete ceilings down, okay, with them concrete things from the baby. Now, one thing I will say in Florida, baby, they built them projects like bomb shelters, bitch, okay? Baby! Baby, Hurricane Rita was gonna do nothing, okay, with that project. But baby, to live in, no air conditioning, care. And nobody wanted to stay in no project. You got picked on at school where you stay in the project. Now, let me tell you something. You stay in the hood, but honey, not the project. I'm just saying, back in the day, that's how it was. Now, I ain't trying to knock it. You know what I'm saying? But Project living in Florida, you was doing your best to get up out of that. But that was back in the day. Honey, these girls, they gonna stay in these projects forever. Child Section 8. Mm-mm. Y'all know them projects was no. Now, I can't speak for the project anywhere else. But baby, them projects in Florida was built like bomb shelters, boo. Okay? Baby, honey, them high concrete ceilings. Girl, all you saw, baby, they didn't even finish. Baby, they didn't put no ceiling. Baby, you know that it was concrete. It was concrete ceilings. You look up and you see them little divots. It was like a whole bridge. Baby, you know how they be putting a bridge things up, and on the bridge you see the little concrete. Baby, that's how them projects used to look in Florida. Okay, and them steel doors. And then they had that concrete porch. That concrete porch down there with that concrete porch down there. Baby, don't play with them projects in Florida. Anyway, no. In Florida, we had Cherry and Wary. Cherry was the brick concrete project, and they was 2-story. Wary was the block. It was it was the blocks, and they was single family. Okay, and it was like a duplex. Then you had a 2-bedroom on the left side, and the 3-bedroom was on the right side. You had a porch on either side. That was Wary. Wary was the single story project, and then Cherry was the townhouse project. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know about that. That's in Florida, boo. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Look up Cherry and Wary. Y'all think I'm lying. Look up Cherry and Wary housing projects. Baby, you'll see it. Cherry and Wary. Mm-hmm. Hold on for a minute, y'all. So Cherry and Wary was based on military housing. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yep. And let me tell you something. All you gotta do is go to Fort Campbell. Child, that housing look just like project housing. Sure do. Um, I was assuming that the worst housing project was in Chicago, and I was in Chicago when they started tearing down like the Robert Taylor homes and Cabrini Greens. So they would. Let me tell you something. Them projects in Chicago were menacing. They were. When I tell you that when I was in Chicago, you would see these towering, and I mean these huge project houses with gates all around them, and then you would see this little church right there. Oh my God! I'm telling you, I'm like, how did people do that? They look like depravity and depression. I'm not joking, y'all. It was when before they tore them down. I had a chance to go on State Street, and baby, when I tell you them projects look very, very intimidating. I couldn't imagine. I mean, yeah, they weren't cute at all. Yeah, child, that Fort Campbell thing. Oh, I looked out with the Fort Campbell. I'm like, child on Campostella Road. They were on Campostella Road. They had some old military housing on Campostella Road, baby. And them people, how do you people living like this? Off, okay, on Campostella Road. Okay, but all of them people in Norfolk, Virginia, on them Campostella Road, baby, that Campostella Road, girl. What was it, Campostella Gardens? Baby, it always has some name like Gardens or something. Baby, it ain't nothing green there. Okay, Riverview Terrace in Tampa, yes, Lord. Child, Greenleaf Gardens, Church Street, everything in Virginia that's rough is named after church. Okay, you got church, you got Church Street in Norfolk, Virginia, and then you got church something in Richmond. It's a mess. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. Baby, let me tell you. Like I said, all of that stuff was temporary. That was not a permanent thing for black people. That was not. It was not. It was not. Also, two people don't get tricked between affordable housing and fair housing. There is a difference. Affordable housing is affordable to the people in that neighborhood. What's affordable to you may not be affordable to someone else. Fair housing is meeting you where you are. So if you hear a fair housing project, go with it. But if you hear affordable housing, scrap it. Honey, these girls be using these words, these semantics to get y'all caught up. Affordable homes are not for black folk or people of low wealth, of any color. Let me put that in there. Fair housing is based on what you make, if you can afford it. Y'all better hear me. Because affordable ain't affordable for everybody. Now, let me say this. Please, black people, please, people of middle and low wealth, make sure you are setting yourself up for success. Make sure you are going to some classes. Make sure you are trying to get an education so you can get a step up in this world. Stop letting people tell you that education is not important. If it's not important, then why so many white people have it? If it's not important, then why they didn't want your ancestors to have it? They don't want you to get this education because they don't want you to be a logical thinker. They want you to just believe everything they say is good, and they don't want you to think for yourself. Get an education, people. Stop relying on this government to take care of you, because you see what's getting ready to happen. One minute you can be okay, the next minute they taking benefits from you. Olivia, see, that ain't fair housing. That ain't fair housing. That's affordable housing. That's the difference. So all I'm telling y'all is just be careful. Get your education, baby. Don't let these people tell you education is not important. Education is extremely important. And my thing is, get that paper. Get that paper. I don't care how people pick at me. I got options. I got options. I got a passport. I have gotten job offers overseas. Because when you got options and when you got education, you can do that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I just say black people missed out on a lot. The Homestead Act, that wasn't for us. It was for white people to move out into these places like Oklahoma and stuff, and they gave those people all of that land. Um, Towns like Levittown and Levittown in Pennsylvania and Levittown, New York. They had deed restrictions that black people couldn't even live in those towns. Now, those homes that they sold for $17,000 and $20,000, those homes are going for $300,000 and $400,000 now. So those people got wealth. They built wealth, and they redline black people. You know, this is why our black colleges are so important. This is why I don't allow people to talk about our black institutions, our HBCUs, which we need to treasure. Because when we couldn't go to college at other schools, we went to the HBCUs to get our education, to put us in the middle class. Now, they didn't want us to go to their schools. Now they want to take over our schools. And I'm very concerned again, and let me say this, I'm very concerned with Norfolk State because its counterpart is Old Dominion. I'm very concerned for Savannah State because its counterpart is Armstrong State. I'm very concerned for Florida A&M, because its counterpart is Florida State University. And what I'm trying to say is, many times Old Dominion has tried to say, well, let's merge Norfolk State and Old Dominion so we can have just one state school in the city. Because what's the use of having two state schools, one black? Well, let me tell you why. Because our missions are different. Old Dominion, you're not willing to take students from dysfunctional districts and teach them in a remedial course for a year to help them become college students, because you're worried about U.S. World News reports and being in the top 10. So your mission is not on alignment with our mission. And then there would be a lot of people left out. So why merge these schools where the missions are totally different? And baby, we really need these schools right now, because baby, we got kids who can't even read coming to the 9th grade. And the sad part about it is, we're going to actually have to have some of these colleges help our students to read, baby, because the girls can't even read. Baby, the girls can't even read. Y'all, I taught 9th grade English. And when I tell you, I understand why our kids don't do well in college. Parents, make sure your kids know how to read. Please, parents, please check their homework and make sure that the teachers are just not passing them to pass them. Please. And I'm going to say this. My mom's generation went to segregated schools. They had hand-me-down books in the state of Florida. They had hand-me-down band uniforms. Whatever the white schools didn't want, they gave it to the black students. To the black schools. In my county, it was 3 black high schools. Gibson High School, Monroe High School, and Stone High School. Pottersville, Cocoa, and Melbourne. And black people went to segregated high schools. They did not have the best technology, and they did not have the best facilities. But what they did have was black teachers who did not play. They had a strong sense of community. Everybody knew everybody. Teachers had the right to get in your face because they knew your mama and they knew your daddy. Do you understand me? And those people who graduated became our dentists, our doctors, our city council leaders, our lawyers, our educators, all of these things. And it wasn't about the money. Let me tell you something. Integration hit, and baby, you got people still angry. And they don't care about your children. They don't care about your children. Not all, but some. Baby, I was the only black high school faculty member. The only black English instructor. And when I tell you, I used to have them sit down conversations with my black students. Ooh, it used to hurt my heart. I'm like, look, you sitting up here acting silly. I said, you need to get your act together. I said, you need to be trying to get yourself together for high school and doing what you need to do. I used to tell my students, I said, I'm sitting up here trying to teach. Y'all the one who up here failing, and y'all look like me. Baby, I would pull them aside and let them know. Thank God we had some brilliant black students, but I'm gonna tell you, I had an Asian student. And when I tell you, his dad was a corporate businessman. But when I tell you his daddy came off of a trip one day to handle some business because he was not playing with his children at that school. And when I tell you he got it together real quick, Baby, them Asian people do not play with their children. Daddy wasn't playing. Daddy was not playing. Baby, their children are their investment. Do you hear me? I taught at an elementary school. Mama up there buying them children chains and all of that stuff. I'm like, girl, why you buying chains? You need to be buying the person a computer. You need to be buying the person a speaking spell. Okay? What's wrong with us? And the sad part about it is our kids want all of these luxury brands, but they don't want to work to get it. They don't understand that in order to get this stuff, you're going to have to work. This boy had this whole knockoff Louis Vuitton and can't read. And you want everybody to think you rich and turning it like that, but you can't read. How do you get to the 9th grade and can't read? You know why? Because the district want these kids to pass. See, this is why y'all better be watching your children. This is why you need to look for the best teachers. When you go into these classrooms, you need to talk to these teachers. Okay, yeah, you're going to be in this class. I want him in this class. And let me tell you something. The beef sector is just like school. If you are about your books, these people want to pick at you and all of that stuff. But baby, it's the bullies and the people who really, really are. Let me tell you, one thing I noticed too, that the students who were failing, they were the ones who were always causing commotion in classes. They couldn't get attention because of their academic work. They knew they couldn't read. They knew they were failing. So they would really cause chaos in the classroom for the other students. They really wanted to learn, but nobody took the time to teach them. I would take the time to go through, but it was only so much that I can do when you are that far behind. And they would cut up. They would cut up in class. And they would pick on the people who were smart. And they were truly jealous of the people who were getting the good grades. They were truly upset. And it's the same thing in the B sector. You think you something because you got that big house. No, I don't. Hell, I work for my shit. Do you understand me? Every book that I opened, every class that I had to take, every dissertation that I had to defend, baby, I worked for that. Nothing didn't come easy. Bitches always think that somebody done handed you something. Nobody don't hand you anything. You have to work for it. Oh, you think you something because you got done 2 cars. Hell, I still got to pay the bills. But my thing is, I have set myself up so if I want 2 cars, I can get it. And I don't give a damn what you think. You're not going to bully me because you didn't do what you needed to do in your life. And that ain't my problem. Everybody has challenges, but you got to make the right decision. Now, somebody said talent has something to say about me. I don't really look at talent because, again, talent is a person who is, talent is a real interesting person. But let me tell you something. When you know who you are, you don't have to worry about what anybody says about you. And see, that's the problem. A lot of you all care about what people really think about you. I don't give a damn. Because this is my life to live. I am very satisfied where I received my education. It was a blessing for me. And yeah, somebody said he was trying to be bougie and I guess compare. And I'm like, baby, why you got to compare? It is what it is. If you got all of this, and this didn't have it. What you eat don't make me shit. So it is what it is. I heard he did. I heard he did. But let me tell you something. When you know who you are and who you are, you don't care what people say. A lot of these people pissed off because I don't give them the time of day, and I don't. Let me tell y'all something. I swear, I'm gonna stop giving people access to me. A lot of people don't deserve access to me, not because I'm so great, but baby, these people are death and destruction. Do you hear me? They ain't no ride and lives. They ride and die. Everything they gotta say is death, death, death. And nobody don't want to hear all that foolishness. I know I don't. Well, let me say this. That man got issues. And again, I just sit there and watch. Baby, this is entertainment. I just hope these people get it together. I just hope they get it together. That's all I can say. But at the end of the day, y'all better get your education and you better get some options. You know, people tell you always picking on Rico. No, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Y'all don't do Rico any justice by enabling him and thinking he's turning it on welfare. You need to say, Rico, you much better than this welfare. Rico, you much better than getting a government check and assistance. Rico, you could live in much better conditions. But no, 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 y'all encourage the man. You know, yeah, y'all encourage the man, and so that's what he thinks now. He thinks that somebody should take care of him. He even said, "Are you gonna pay for it?" No, pay for it your damn self. But y'all keep on encouraging him. You know. Then I look at, you know, I'm sorry. I don't care if Tommy is mad at me, but at least Tommy works. I'm gonna give him that. Yes, he's an alcoholic. Yeah, he drank too much beer, but at least he got a car and he works. I'm gonna give him that. I ain't gonna count that down. But these other people, mm-mm. Uh-uh. What's up, Rodney? So anyway, y'all, I gotta leave. Y'all have a good one. I'll be back later on, but I am gonna go through more of this bill. So if you on SNAP, 16 to 65, able body and can work, you're gonna have to work. Medicaid is being cut. I'm just saying it's just going to be deep. And my takeaway so far is that the middle class and the low wealth people are going to have benefits, but they're going to disappear after a certain amount of time. The wealthy people's tax cuts and their benefits are permanent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like I said, it is what it is, baby. You gotta want something for yourself. You gotta want something for yourself. It's bigger than just living. You gotta want something for yourself. Okay, why is this lady child in this wheelchair? She's in this hover around with a cowboy hat on. Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, hey. So anyway, but a lot of things is going on out here. Child, she's vaping. Who let me, Lord Jesus? She is vaping. Child, okay, Lord, how she gonna get up? Oh Jesus, I hope she can get up. Oh, they may have to let her in. How's she gonna get in the church? Oh, gee. This is what makes me upset. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. Peace and love. Bye.